Are you preparing for Praxis Special Education Test 5383, Teaching Students with Learning Disability, Subtopic Instruction? If so, this is the video for you. Hi, my name is Tom, and I am a retired teacher and test prep expert here at study.com, and I'm going to walk you through some of the types of problems you may see. Problem 1. Carlos is a 10-year-old student with a learning disability who is starting a new special education program. What would be the most useful information for his teacher to review in order to assess Carlos' skill level for beginning instruction? So we want to focus on academic skill levels in our choices here. Choice B, Carlos' participation in extracurricular activities would not be directly related to academic skill level. So I'm going to eliminate choice B. Same with choice D, the number of books he has read at home. So that, again, is not tied directly to academic skill level. So choices B and D are out. Choice C is useful, his teacher's personal observations from the previous school year, but it wouldn't be as comprehensive as choice A, which would be the results of a recent diagnostic assessment that focus on his specific learning needs. So we're going to say the answer here would have to be choice A. Problem 2. Which strategy is most effective for supporting the learning of students with learning disabilities during reading instruction? So let's eliminate some choices here. So choice A says, encouraging students to read aloud in front of the class without additional support. So I'm going to eliminate choice A. To read aloud in front of the class could lead to undue stress, especially on a student with learning disabilities. Choice D, along the same lines there, assigning long reading passages with minimal guidance to promote self-reliance. So long reading passages, again, we could lead to frustration, not much guidance. So I'm going to eliminate choice D. Choice C, relying solely on textbook readings without supplemental materials or support. So choice C, I'm going to eliminate. We're not providing any accommodations for students with learning disabilities. So the correct answer here would be B. We are providing individualized reading interventions and using graphic organizers to help students understand text structure. Problem 3. In a mixed ability fourth grade classroom, teachers need to address varying skill levels in math. To ensure that all students can engage with curriculum effectively, which approach will best support differentiated math instruction? All right, so I see the keyword differentiated math instruction. All right, so that's going to be individual needs have to be met with differentiated. So you might have to change your teaching strategy based on the skill level of the student. So I could see right away choice B, whole class lectures with uniform assignments would be eliminated. That does not meet the needs for individual different varying skills. C, pre-recorded video lessons for home review, which may be helpful for review, but again, not differentiating instruction for individual students. Choice D, independent workbook activities with minimal guidance. So I see the word minimal guidance here. So that to me is not going to differentiate the instruction. So I'm going to eliminate choice D. So the correct answer here would be A, small group instruction based on skill level. So we're going to differentiate based on skill level. So the correct answer is choice A. Problem 4. Alex is a 10-year-old student with a learning disability who often struggles with staying focused during independent work time. Which of the following strategies best uses a shaping technique to help Alex improve his focus? Let's look at the choices here. I can see choice B, taking away points from Alex's behavior chart every time he gets distracted from his work. So that is a punitive method, which is not a shaping technique. So I'm going to remove choice B. Same thing with choice D, telling Alex that he will receive extra homework if he does not stay focused during work time. So again, we want to remove any of the punitive techniques that are used here. Allowing Alex to take a 5-minute break every 15 minutes during independent work time. So taking a break is not a shaping technique. So we're going to eliminate choice C. So choice A, reinforcing Alex's behavior each time he stays on task for a progressively longer period, gradually increasing the time as he improves. So that would be the correct answer. And what we're doing is we're rewarding Alex's behavior as he gradually improves his focus time, which would definitely be a shaping technique. So the correct answer is choice A. That concludes the walkthrough of practice test 5383 Special Education, Teaching Students with Learning Disabilities, Subtopic Instruction. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.